Yo, what's up? Welcome to LTTV. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You made it. You got your pajamas on, you got your cup, you got your paper, your pen. You getting ready to do this. This is day one. Yo, I so appreciate you. I just want to stop and take a few minutes to just say thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you're sharing this space with me, even though it is virtual. You're sharing the same air as me. And I just want to say thank you so much. You could be any place in the world, but you decided to be on this call with me today. And I'm going to deliver something to you that you won't be able to get anywhere else. I'm going to give you all my energy, all my enthusiasm, and all of my expertise in this little short period of time. I got some friends in here that are going to also be pouring into you. So make sure if you haven't gotten your cup, you need to go get your cup because we're about to fill it up. All right. So let me just quickly tell you a little bit about the background of how we got to be here, a little bit about who I am, and most of all, what you will expect from this next 3 days. Grab your pencil because I'm going to actually give you some information to write down right now, some nuggets and some pieces of advice to help you maximize this time and get the most out of this opportunity. All right. So happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me for this celebration. Today, we are celebrating educators all over the world. We are celebrating teachers, okay? Like I said, welcome to LTTV. I call this my TV channel because nowadays you can do this on your cell phone. And that's one of the things I want to inspire you to do. When this 3-day journey is over, I want to inspire you to go take action and go do something that's going to make your dreams come true. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe 5 years from now, you'll be looking back and saying, dang, she gave me that homework assignment. I did it. And now look at what I have, right? So just a little bit about me. If you're just now coming into my universe, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm an author, teacher, book coach, and I literally call myself a self-publishing teacher and a self-publishing machine. And you'll find out why in a second. So what do? Educators hire me to publish books in 90 days or less with very little minimal stress. Okay. Not too many people can take you through a serious process like publishing a book. Not too many people can take you through it easily and smoothly where you keep all your hair. Right? The process can be grueling, it can be stressful, it can be long and arduous. But this experience that you're going to have with me, it's going to be smooth. I promise that. Ask some of my clients, if you're in the room, just type in the chat, I'm in the room, because I want all of y'all to be able to see some of the evidence of the work that I've been able to do with the people who have consistently shown up for themselves, but also shown up for me. Because I have a dream like you have a dream, and I'm here to support you just like you're here to support me. So let's get on with the show. Teachers also hire me to help them create virtual bookstores so that their colleagues can purchase from them instead of other platforms. Now, I won't name any of those platforms, but trust me, as we go along this journey, I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks on how to make more money in less time, more money with less work. There's definitely a process to it, and it doesn't happen overnight. Okay. Who else hires me? Brand new authors hire me. People who have been writers all their life and now they're ready to cross that threshold and become an author, they hire me. And I teach them how to sell their books, market their books, and increase the value of their books by not only putting them out into the marketplace, but also embedding them into online courses and selling people into their coaching programs. Yes, we do all of that together. And there's an opportunity for you to join me in my programs. Pay attention, lean in and listen, because I'm going to be dropping some links for you to book a call with me, sit down and have a conversation about how your journey can be enhanced by the programs that I have available. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But for right now, I want to talk to you about this event and what you're about to experience in these next 3 days, man. Whew, this event is incredible. This is a dream come true, right? This is a dream of mine that I've been dreaming about, and I didn't even know I was dreaming about this. See, 5 years ago, I was looking for an opportunity to expand. I wanted to grow. I wanted to do something amazing, but I didn't want to go to the dark side, right? Most educators know what I mean by the dark side. I wanted to get another degree, but I didn't want to be a admin. I wanted to move up the higher levels, but I didn't want to be a superintendent, right? I wanted to do something great, but I didn't want to be a assistant superintendent, right? I wanted to maybe do something in professional development, maybe do something in teacher training, teacher education, maybe at the college or university level. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I needed to do something different, right? How many of you out there are thinking, you know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I need to do something different. Type that in the chat right now. If you're underneath the sound of my voice and you want to do something different, type that in the chat. Different. I'm different. I want to do something different. That's you. If that's you, that's me. And that's the reason why you're here. Okay. So in addition to doing something different, I also wanted to figure out how to open a new stream of income. I saw these people ahead of me paying off loans, paying off debts, buying property. And I was like, wait a minute, there's something I don't know. And you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of times you pay dearly for what you don't know. And that's where I was 5 years ago. I was completely ignorant. I had no idea of the value of the resources that were out in the world. I had no idea what was available to me. Now I do, but I had no idea, right? 5 years ago, I had a tug in my heart. I had a kick in my stomach and I had a slap in my soul. You know, I'm going to be using slap this week. You know, I'm a history teacher, right? And you know, I taught students about the shot heard around the world, American Revolution. Well, you know, we just had a slap heard around the world and the ripples are happening right now. So, you know, I'm going to use that. But let's get back to this tug in my heart and kick in my soul, in my stomach, right? The tug, the kick, and the slap, that was my dream. See, I had been dreaming of having my own publishing company, but I had been stuffing that down, right? Shh, I don't want to tell nobody about that because it's just a little too big. I ignored that dream because I knew that I would have to leave my old life behind. And I didn't want to do that either. How many of you are struggling and you don't want to leave your old life behind? Type it in the chat. I don't want to leave my old life behind. I like my life. It's a good life, right? Sometimes you got to leave a good life to have a great life. And that's what I have today. So I'm going to take you on this little journey and give you some nuggets of wisdom from what I've learned. But I really want you to start thinking about you. What do you expect to learn this week? How do you want to come out of this? What are some of those habits that you need to get rid of? And what are some of those dreams that you've been ignoring, right? You see, I knew that not only would I have to leave my old life behind, but I would have to abandon my limiting beliefs. I would have to abandon that low self-esteem, that doubt, that lack of confidence, and that negative self-talk. I knew I was going to have to leave all of that behind. And it was scary. So some of you might be in a situation right now where you're in a toxic relationship. You need to address that. You might be in a toxic workplace. I was there. I had to address that. You might have some toxic friendships, colleagues, social connections, parties, happy hour. You might be in some business entanglements that you need to fix. You need to address that. It's all up to you though. I had my time, you had your time, and hopefully your time is now because I waited for a long time, right? You have to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And so the only reason I have the life that I live now is because I had to let go of the things that no longer served me then. Okay. So now let me tell you what my life is like right now. When I wake up in the morning, I have no idea what day it is. Literally, I woke up this morning, I had no idea what the date was. The only reason I knew the date is because this event was coming. That's it. Most of the days, I don't know what's going on because I don't have to plan. I just get up and do what God put me here to do. That's all I focus on is what I'm designed to do, not what she or he or they or them, what I'm designed to do. That's my job, my divine assignment. That's my only focus. And anything else that gets in the way with that gets destroyed. Every day for me is a holiday. Every day is Friday and every day is payday. I'm serious. I have no idea what it's like to punch a clock anymore. I sleep until I'm done sleeping. I could talk on the phone till 2 a.m. if that's what I choose to do. I could sleep in until noon. I did that the other day and now everything was just fine. Nothing fell apart. You see, I have this opportunity because I took some time to invest in myself. And I didn't know how to do that 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I had to wait for a campus supervisor to come to my classroom to relieve me to go to the bathroom. Do you know what that does to your self-esteem? And I know some of you educators in the room, you know what that feels like. Put that in the chat if you understand what that feels like to have to wait for somebody to come to your classroom to relieve you so you can go to the restroom. That's not a good feeling, right? See, 5 years ago, I had to wait until 11:15 to eat lunch. I had to wait until fourth period prep in order to call parents. And usually that took my entire prep. So I had no time for myself. I had to wait until Thanksgiving to smile because the veteran teachers told me that I had to be mean. Otherwise, the teenagers wouldn't take me seriously. I had to ask permission to do everything from buying pencils to staples and to take my students to the library to do research. I had to ask permission to take students on field trips and to do fundraisers. I had to ask permission to do anything. And I always followed the rules because for me, following the rules was the way to keep my students safe and to keep me from losing my job. So I only had one source of income. So the goal of every day was to keep my credential and keep my job so that I can pay the bills that I created for myself, including student loans, right? So if you know a grumpy teacher, if you know an irritated teacher, if you know a sad, depressed, and lonely teacher, think to yourself, how did that person get that way? I can almost guarantee you it's because they're so desperate to have that job because they only have one source of income. I can almost guarantee they're holding on to that job for dear life because they have no idea of what else is available to them. You see, 5 years ago, I only had one source of income. I had no business. I had no side hustle. I had no property. I had no assets, but I had a whole lot of liabilities. You see, I read a lot of books and I started to learn exactly what I needed in those books. And I've always loved books, but I never understood the power of the information that was in those books that taught me personal development. Nobody gave me a personal development book in school. Not elementary school, not middle school, not high school, not college, not even graduate school. Nobody taught me professional development. I had to go out and seek and search and get it for myself, right? Today, I have a ton of assets. I have intellectual property and I have amazing clients who say thank you to me every single day. Do you know thank you is worth gold? Thank you is worth $1 million to me. And that's what I have. And that's what I love. And that's what I appreciate. You see, I have a ton of assets and I have a tribe with an amazing vibe. And you guys are going to experience the tribe and the amazing vibe today because the clients who work with me, who hire me, love me. And I love them in return. And you're going to feel the love. If you already feeling the love, type in the chat. I'm already feeling the love. See, my tribe has the best vibe. And my tribe is a blessing. And I understand that my blessings come from God and my source of income comes from God. But it also comes from what I've been able to create with my company. And I'm going to share a little bit more of this journey with you as we go. But right now, I want to shift right now. I want to shift gears and I want you to think about what you're going to get out of this experience, right? None of the things that I've been able to accomplish, and I've accomplished a lot. I've written 8 books. 2 of them were collaborations. I have 25 online courses. I have a podcast with 13 episodes. I have a YouTube channel with over 150 commercials slash videos. I have so many things that I've created because I've been consistently showing up, learning, failing, but learning and having a hell of a good time on the way. You see, I tell people all the time, when I jumped off the cliff to start my own business, it wasn't pretty. I hit every branch and rock on the way down. But here's what I learned. Every single time I hit a rock, I figured out how to get up. God was there, my clients were there, and my family was there. And that's all I need. And so I'm speaking to you from my heart. If you're in a situation and you know you need to jump, the parachute's not going to open right away. So you better have a support system in place. You better have a group of people that you know, love, and trust who got your back. And if you don't have anybody in your life like that right now, I want you to look to the left, look to the right. I want you to look up because we're in the virtual space. We're in the Zoom room. I want you to look up. I want you to look down because there's some people in here that are day one people. I call you my day one support system, my ride or die heroes. These people in this room are in this room, not because anybody paid them, not because anybody begged them, but because these are the people that have been riding with me from the beginning. These are the people that believe in my dream and support me wholeheartedly. So trust me, if you're in this tribe and you feel the energy and the love, you don't have to worry about anything in this room. No judgment, no criticism, no side eye, no jealousy. This is all love in this building, in this virtual space. So trust and believe the relationships that you build here are going to last you a long time. They're going to last you as long as you want them to last. All right. So you're in the right place. You're in the right time. And this is your moment. For those of you that are my day one people, thank you so much. Today is day one of this event. And you know what happens. We're going to kick it off right. You're here. I thank you for being here. Pat yourself on the back for showing up for yourself. And so here's what to expect this week. This is a 3-day journey. It's a ride. So on day one, I just want you to be curious. I want you to listen, lean in, take notes, share your ideas, ask questions, but I want you to make some real solid connections. I don't want you to worry about who's doing what and who's saying what and who's speaking when. I want you to sit back, relax, listen. I want you to share your ideas during the breakout. You'll get a breakout session, so you will be able to talk to people. You will be able to connect with people, but I really want you to just listen, take notes, be curious, and ask questions. That's what day one is all about. That's how you connect with other human beings, by listening, asking questions, and taking notes. Now, day two is going to be a little bit different. I want you to show up to grow up. I want you to be brave, and I want you to step up to the mic, because we're going to be having open mic. And for those of y'all that have been rolling with me for a while, you know what my expectation is. You know, I expect you to show up, to grow up, and blow up. So whatever's on your mind, you share that out loud. We're going to have some poetry readings. We're going to have some authors share some quotes from their book. We're going to have some quotes, some affirmations. We're going to have people in the room share some really profound information with you, some personal stories. And I'm going to ask you to be coachable and teachable, and you might be in the midst of an emotional response. Allow that to go, allow that to flow, because this is where the real learning begins, when you process and you allow yourself to be coached. That's day two. Day three, be ready to take action. We're going to give you a lot of information. The speakers are well versed. The speakers are well read. The speakers are well qualified to stand in front of you. And I know you got multiple college degrees. I got 4 college degrees myself. I know y'all are highly educated, you're locked and loaded, and you know a lot. But sit back, relax, and allow my speakers to educate you. Some of these speakers are way younger than you. I mean, by 20 years. Sit back and relax and let yourself be poured into. And by day 3, be ready to follow up on the relationships that you made, the connections that you made on day 1. Remember what I'm saying to you right now. Allow the presenters, the speakers, the people in the breakout sessions, allow them to pour into you, and be ready to take action, because we have some information, we got free gifts, we have some tools and some resources that are going to help you in every area of your life. But like they say, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. So at day 3, get ready to drink. Bring your cup, because we gonna fill it up. Welcome to the Pajama Party Teacher Summit. I am your host, your founder. I am your coordinator. I am your teacher. Have a wonderful day and enjoy this summit.